cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off in the fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
Hello, everybody. This would be a creepy, show if something happened to me, wouldn't it? Hello, everybody. It's Jay with Guilty of Crime. And today, I was running a little bit late. Sorry about that, folks. I had to redo my, my whole setup and, I had to upgrade to Windows 11. Can everybody hear me? I really didn't want to do that, but hey, everybody. Sorry about that. I have Bree here. She's going to help me out with some a giveaway that we're going to do. Bree, can you hear me okay? Ooh, I hear static. Bree, can you hear me? Bree. Well, maybe I can't hear you. Can everybody hear me okay? I guess I'll say hello to everybody. All right. Okay, Bree can hear me. Bree, I can't hear you. You're backstage. Static, no voice. Weird. All right, let me go into my settings, everybody. That's actually what happens when you mess up your day. All right, so speaker is sorry about that, everybody. That's what happens when you mess with your stuff. Okay, so let's go to this now. All right, can everybody hear me? Okay, so you can hear me. I can't hear Bree. I'm sorry about that, folks. I want to say hello to some people. Thank you, M. Far. I can't, Bree, if you can let me know you don't have a mute or a camera. I'm going to say hi to everybody and then I'll come up. My whole system changed. And so I'm just getting it fine tuned. I was also running late. So let's do this. How about we start off with the clip? And you know what sucks is that now I have to wait for my downloads to come on. So Bree, if you would come on here for a second and talk about the giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway before we start the show. We're going to get you all to sign up for a giveaway. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet. All right. Everybody could hear me, but Bree's supposed to be here and I can't hear her, which is interesting. So, me mess with my settings. Bree, can you share your screen? All right.
I can.
Yeah, I can't hear at all. So hold on. Headphones. Bree.
I'm here.
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay, let's go. All right. Can you share your screen?
I can.
Okay. So do you now everybody and I can hear? All I can hear is static on your end, but I can hear you. So
all right, I'm here. Sorry. So yeah, what we're going to do, I'm going to share the screen really quick, is we have, so I've created a form that I will share to show everyone.
Let's do it like this. All right. Thank you. Yeah, little technical difficulties. I'm glad you could hear me. It's a little late.
Yeah. So we're trying to give away a book. And basically I created a form. We're going to start putting the link into the chat. And then anyone in the US can enter. All it asks you is 2 questions. What your username is in the chat, what we know you by, and then your email address, that if you win, how Jay can reach out to you to say, hey, you won, I need your address. Like Jay said last night, if you don't live in the US, but you win and you still want to win the book, you are you have to pay for the shipping. Basically, it's flat rate. So then you would send money and say like, yeah, I won. I live in the UK, or I live, I live here, I live there, but not in the US. I will pay for the shipping. If you don't want to, go through with that, and you don't want to, obviously, be eligible to win, and you don't live in the US, don't fill out the form. So this is just for the people that want to win.
Yeah, and no, let me hold on real quick. Let me just answer a couple questions. Sorry about that. So, Nola, Darcy, anybody can win. You could be in Canada, Australia, whatever. I can't pay for shipping for those folks if it's too pricey. So if Canada is just a couple dollars more, then we're good. But you're going to win a gift and I'm going to ship it. But obviously I can't spend $50 to ship it across country. So if you want the book signed, then I can absolutely do that, but you'll have to pay shipping. Sorry about that, Bree. So
that's okay.
We're going to fill out a form, and we did have a will, but I couldn't get it going in time. And I didn't want to go back on my word. We didn't want to not do what we were doing or saying. So now this is what we're going to do. Have you fill out a form, and then Bree, how are we going to pick the winner?
So at the end, so the wheel, when you fill out the form automatically adds your name to a pie slice on the wheel. So right now the wheel has no names in it. So I can show you the wheel, but the wheel is basically just the Guilty of Crime logo in the center of it. There's no pie pieces. As you guys fill it in, a pie piece with your username will get added. And then at the end of the show, before Jay goes to wrap up and play her outro, then we'll go look at the wheel, see everyone's name on it, and then we'll go and I will spin it, and then it'll pop up with your username, and then we'll know who the winner is. So as you add your names, you fill out the form, a pie piece will be added with your username. So only fill out the form once, because if you put your name in there more than once, then it'll add more than one pie piece with your username. So it's only fair to add your name once.
Right. So we're going to trust that everybody does that. Some of you might not even want a book, but if you want a book, we're going to do this. Today, we're going to give away one book, but we're going to be giving out books throughout the week. And once we can get the spin, the wheel going, and we get it all worked out, which is mostly my fault, then we'll do a lot cooler giveaways. All right. So Bishop says it's exciting. Why don't you go ahead and drop the link? Do you want to show them the wheel that we're going to start using later on once I get it figured out?
Yeah, I can show that.
Just because I think it's really cool. And then I'll start what I'm going to talk about today. But I really wanted to give the book away. We were talking about it, and Bree has skills with designing things and coding things and making forms and graphic design. So I thought, hey, why don't we get together and do this? All right. If you want to share that.
I'm just trying. I'm new to this,
Okay, you're
adding
good.
pages,
Okay.
so
It's easier to it's easier to say. Yeah, Bree's definitely, she overloads my mind. She's amazing, does research and overloads my brain. Is like, oh, I'm so tired I actually just woke up from a nap. I had to take a quick nap. That's why I'm late. I think I'm getting a cold, which sucks, but we're here. The wheel in the sky keeps us turning. All right, while she's doing that, let's you know what I'm going to do? A lot of people came here from DutyRon. So what I want to do for the people that didn't, I want to show you that piece, and then we're going to talk about
there's the wheel.
why. All right, hold on. Then we'll talk about why Jennifer Soto should be charged. I want to show you some of the things that I think that I caught in the interviews, things she's lied about, etc. And then see what DutyRon and them have to say. I also want to let you know that I was working, but I also worked on research all day long. And I wish I could tell you what it was about, but it's something big that ties in with the Madeline Soto case. I'm going to have a special guest on again that's really special. And there's a lot of behind the scenes things I can't talk about, but just know that we're doing some really cool things and lots of research. So my brain is like, all right, can you hit play on that? Or is that, it doesn't work
It's
right
not,
now?
there's no pie pieces because we haven't dropped the link yet. So when we when we give the link out and someone goes and enters their name and email address, then a pie piece will pop up with the first person. And so I'll be keeping an eye on it during the show. watching all the pie pieces get added, and then at the end, we'll have all the names on there, and then we'll be able to actually spin it. But right now, there's no one, it's empty. So, but that's what it looks like. It'll have pie pieces that are in black and red to go with the theme for the channel.
Yes. So we couldn't get it going, but it's going to be really cool. And I do sound like I'm getting a cold, and I definitely got to get some more rest. I'm like, I'm maxed out. So it doesn't matter about me right now. Bree is the moderator, one of the mods. She's does a lot of research, does a lot of things. So you see her in chat, Gothic Bree. I just call her Bree. All right. Let's go. How do we access the form? That's a good question. Let's get this party started. Do you want to drop the link so I can get started with?
Yeah, I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now.
Okay, and I am going to start with my video. So a lot of you saw me on DutyRon, so I'm going to start with that part of it so you can see what I have to tell them. You saw in the last episode kind of how we hooked up. They were playing or using my content, and they didn't even know where it came from. So I was able to get on open panel. Let's watch that together, and then we'll talk about why Jenn Soto should be charged and all of her lies. Let's go. And cut out all the BS, right?
Bullshit. You could say it. You could curse here.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. We cut out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
All right,
exactly.
I'll go back a little bit. Hold on.
First the T and have it in the case folder.
Because there could be other victims, is what I was thinking. That's why I wanted to ask.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Exactly right. You got to look at any other children that he may have had access to.
Any engagement that he had with anybody, they want to look at everything. They'll do a complete victimology going back to his early times, as far back as they can go, because this is a guy who we have to say that the Madeline Soto wasn't his first victim, and probably wouldn't have been his last if he didn't get collared. So yeah, you look at everything. And New Jersey,
All right, thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to drop down.
All right. So luckily he had open panel. I happened to catch it. It was fantastic. This is how I ended up on the panel. And you're going to hear some really cool things because they want to do a 5-part or 6-part series. Okay. So we want to get on that. I did my due diligence today with making sure I have correct content and really good content if I'm invited back to do this.
We love you.
Take care.
Thank you for all you do. Stay safe. Watch your back and watch your six. Bye.
All right. You got it.
Bye. I love it. I love New Jersey, Robin. She's awesome. All right. This will be the last one. Jay from Guilty of Crime, who is awesome sauce. She, again, has some connections to and has talked to many people in the circle. But I'd love to hear her question as it pertains.
Yeah, my question as it pertains, and this is awesome that I got on the channel. I appreciate these guys. They're no bullshit. Like they say, I try to not cuss as much as I can, but you know, when it comes to this case. So I want to bring more awesome sauce to their show and make sure I have everything fact checked before I come on. So that's what we're doing behind the scenes. I won't tell you what yet, but you'll find out soon.
Pertains to Jennifer Soto. And should she be arrested? And I know that she's been an advocate for justice for Madeline Soto for a long, long time. And we're going to add her to the stage as soon as she gives the thumbs up. All right. Double thumbs up. Hey, Jay, good to see you. Thanks for joining.
Hey, good to see you both. Welcome. Hey, Ed, I've been watching both of you for a while, and I appreciate it. Yeah, I love how you just go straight for the facts and cut out all the BS, right?
Bullshit. You could say it. You could curse here.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, we cut out all the bullshit.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
This is the no jagaloon zone.
Yeah.
No jagaloon zone. And, you know, that brings me to the question, do you think that no jagaloons allowed? Do you think that Stephan Sterns was at the party? And then after you answer, I'll tell you.
Well, I saw your message in the chat, and I already know, so I'm going to be, because I'm honest, I'm not going to tell you that I don't know. You said that he wasn't. So here's the thing. When he did that audio interview and said he got in and he wasn't sure, I mean, we don't know, obviously, if obviously he's full of shit. He's not being truthful in that audio interview because he's making up his conjure.
And this is why I'm bringing the show today, so that you can see, yes, I was on DutyRon, and you're going to hear about him saying he wants to do more of the series. Princess Mitch, yes, no jagaloons allowed, which means people that are conspiracy theorist type of people, I assume. We want facts only, not just a bunch of ideas that add up to nothing. So we're going to work hard to make sure that happens.
Up story, right? So his mind is saying, well, I got in about 8, but they'll be able to check the DOT cameras, they'll be able to check his car movements, and they'll actually, as detectives do, match up his bullshit to say, hey, you're full of fucking shit, guy. So if he got there, in fact, at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and that party wrapped up at 6 or 7, or it was a school night, I don't think that families, well, I would hope that families wouldn't have a 13-year-old up at midnight on a school night. Like, you know, any good parent would say, okay, we'll have dinner and cake, or coffee and cake, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know the times, but the detectives know. They know.
Well,
They do.
I heard the family member took her home.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is I talked to the advocates of Tyler and Tatiana Wallace and the family that was at the birthday parties that said he was absolutely not there. And the reason that he was moving out, and this is not Jagaloon style, this is because this is what happened. Yolanda Zambrano, the mom, was getting creeper feelings from him and wanted him out. So he had to go back and forth. So they didn't think he was staying there. If you look up his house, or if you look up her house.
Yolanda J is who? Whose mom?
Is grandma. Yolanda Zambrano is a grandma that held the birthday party, and she did not want Stephan there. He wasn't there. The family members already talked to cops. Okay, and this is why I need to go back on the show and fill them in, because they don't know a lot of this content. They're working from a perspective of NYPD, and like Ed Wallace has forensics that he does, and DutyRon is working from a different perspective, although we have a lot of the same ideas that align. So he doesn't know these things because I talk to different people than he does, and I have like exclusive video for the memorial that he doesn't have, or he wasn't there, etc. So I'm filling him in on what I know and vice versa. But I also talked to a source that talked to those people, which is tied to Tyler and Tatiana, who are the bio dad and stepmom that you saw at the vigil.
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah. Now the house, if you look up the house, the condo that she lived in, dad owned it, Juan, and he put it up for sale twice because, and I believe as the ex-roommate said, and Yolanda said, they didn't want him there. They want Stephan Sterns there, and they were threatening to sell the house and get rid of it if she didn't move him out. That's the only reason he was pretending.
Dirty and creepy, right?
He was dirty, creepy, filthy, and he didn't work. He had nothing to bring to the table. He was a slob.
He's a bum.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
bum. Slob. Yeah, fucking bum is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a lot of your community is here in the chat. We share a lot of the subscribers, and I know I've sent over my people. I've linked you in the description of the chat last night, the 2 nights ago. It took me a little time because it's Memorial Day weekend, and I've been running around, so I apologize for not. Like I said, oh, give me 10 minutes, but I freaking fell asleep. I had to go and travel to 100 miles to see my stepmom the next.
See, I'm not the only one that falls asleep, everybody. I'm actually feeling like I'm getting a cold. I sound like it was started this weekend. So we take naps. He just took a nap too, and it took him a while to get back to me, but it's really good that he did, because I think all of us together can be a force to be reckoned with. And then add OB in there, and Melanie Little, like he said, add all of us together and more, and watch what happens
next day. So I did get it. I got to it last night. So I linked you, and I actually tagged you in the description of that video. But yes, go ahead, Ed.
I'm thinking, he showed up at that house, okay, and they weren't expecting him.
Right. That's a potential, right?
Yeah, that's potential.
Because he was gone from his account, and I don't know if we could believe his bullshit. He said he went back to take care of his parents, and Jay, you heard him talk shit about his parents, that they're
absolutely about the poodles and they're nasty and
and then enough to drive you crazy. What the fuck? What? That's your parents. So he goes to Northport, Bryan Laundry Country, West Coast, drives across the state, goes across the state and up north to.
Don't you love these guys? They're amazing, right? Who doesn't think they're amazing? They're freaking NYPD, one detective, NYPD, and then we've got Ed Wallace, who is absolutely I love forensics, and we have two of the best guys here, in my opinion, on YouTube, and all three of us in one spot. So I'm fangirling a little bit. I might not look nervous, but I was nervous there. These guys are just no bullshit, and I love it. This is exactly what I want my show to embody. And I'm not a police officer or a detective, but this is how I want it to be. This is amazing. Everybody should want straightforward truth, no bullshit.
Show up at this location, right? And everybody was like, ooh, what the fuck? What is this?
Right.
And so he came there with a reason and a purpose.
He did come there with a reason and a purpose. And as much as I don't believe many of his lies, I do believe that he was at the house around 8:30 waiting for Madeline to get back, because he was not allowed at that birthday party. He knew it would wrap up early, and either Jenn Soto was sleeping and he or maybe she was awake if she was involved.
What about her work story?
Oh, so she was on disability SSI. She was collecting everything she could. Her work story is bullshit. Why she didn't make it? Because she could have made it if she wanted to. She was working from home, hustling under the table, and she was also working the minimum amount. She also worked at Disney, and it closed. It closes no later than 10. She was working as a wedding planner in that section of wedding planning that does not stay open later than that. So she would have been home at 10, 11, the very latest.
For not being at her daughter's birthday party then, if she was home.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think that she was jealous and there was some involvement. Also, she was always in the room, and now all three of them were always in the room together, 4 bedrooms, but all of them were in the same room. And then you hear all this kinky things coming out about both of them, and you're like, why? Like now in hindsight.
Yeah. Things just don't make sense. And I have a feeling she's going to be hearing this soon.
He's feeling it. Let's go.
We might as well rock out to that. Ed almost fell off his chair, for Christ's sake.
I lost my mouse.
Jay, just so you know, Ed is in Morocco now. He's doing, his army training with the folks over there. He's teaching them forensics and so forth. So he's there.
I love Ed.
Yeah, he's been there for over a month, right? Over a month, Ed?
Yeah, I've been here over a month.
Look who's in the chat.
Yeah.
Just by chance.
Oblivious. What's up? I talked to her this morning. Well, we emailed this morning.
I popped in just in time. What's up? He's ready to collab. All right, so there's so much more to the story that we're now, learning and finding out. And again, the police, if Jay knows it and she's talking about it with folks that are close advocates for the family and so forth, I would love to just privately talk to the father and just maybe give him some advice here, because he's a former military guy. Ed and I would love to just, not on a live stream, but just to talk to him, to kind of just get a feel and a vibe for what he knew about this or what he didn't know about it, and just to get a little better of an understanding from a detective's perspective. And
absolutely, Tatiana is too. Tatiana is in the military as well, and they're torn apart. Yeah, I would tell them also. I mean, you guys could sympathize with them being in the field, because they're like they can barely talk. When they do, they cry. And so
it's disturbing on so many different levels. But again, that's his flesh and blood. That's his baby. That's his daughter. So I will talk to the advocate that I work with and ask her if he'd be willing. I'm sure he would. I'm sure he's selective, but I mean, he talked to the news once. But you guys are. So you want me to ask Philly Girl if Jenn can be arrested for nothing? Well, I could answer that for you. In today's episode, we're going to tell you why we think she's going to be charged and what she can be charged with, and what police are saying and what the real deal is, Philly Girl. So I don't think she could be arrested for nothing, but wow, the white Tawana making visible racism visible,
That's amazing. Thank you so much for gifting the 10 memberships. You rock. I appreciate that. Man, all of your support is why we're here with these guys and getting the outreach that we do is because of you all. So thank you. All right, let's not arrest Jennifer Soto for nothing. Let's arrest her for something and make it stick. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about it now with these guys that are no nonsense. You know, New York police detectives, former forensic. I'm sure he would love to talk to y'all, even behind the scenes. I mean, especially behind the scenes.
Ed J has investigated over 2,500 crime scenes in his career. And he's a forensic.
Absolutely.
He worked in the medical examiner's office after he retired in the forensics lab. He's the white
I listened to
you see and look on CSI on TV, but he's the real life shit, right, Ed? So
he is the real life shit.
Hold on, Ed.
Stop breathing down my neck.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole, man.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
I love Ed.
Okay.
Ed and I, we have the best cop relationship and friends. We're good friends now, and
He's my brother from another mother.
Exactly. The amount of information that Ed has taught, not just only myself, but this whole community, it's made the true crime enthusiasts that are watching us so much more educated when it comes to crime scene and evidence preservation and how these scenes get processed. And I mean, the amount of information that has been shared with Ed, with Ed being here is just tremendous. So yeah, I mean, I thank you.
So it absolutely is tremendous to have him on. It used to just be DutyRon, and now it's DutyRon with Ed Wallace, Crime Time. He's an absolute asset to the show, and I'm always open to having assets on the show. I mean, I have Bree here today that's been helping me behind the scenes tremendously in many ways. So I didn't realize that she doesn't film often or whatever. You know, I kind of put her on the spot. So thank you. But anybody that wants to collaborate with me and has some input for anything, for any case, feel free to email me, folks, and let's collaborate. I am all about collaborating with people that have something to bring to the table and something that I don't have. So, all right, let's go and we'll talk more.
So much for coming up here. I know Ed's got to go. It's late at night for him.
You're good. I appreciate it.
Jay, I want to do a dedicated live stream with you and Oblivious Benson, and maybe we could get Ed when he's back on U.S. soil.
Yes, I want to hear for his forensics. I listen to his forensic talk. I mean, I used to watch Forensic Files nonstop, back to back, but his is much better and it's more real and uncut. So, but
thank you, Jay.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm in for it. You Oblivious. I've been talking to her.
I'm gonna email you my cell phone number. I'm gonna get you my number so we could talk, and then we'll work it out and we'll do something, because there's so much more to talk about the dark web and the searches that this creep and these two. I think that we have hours worth of conversation to go over as it pertains to that.
We do, right. Yeah.
I'm starting to drop some F-bombs here, my African gray.
That's actually really funny. But yeah, I said it again and I'll say it. We have lots of information again, but we're doing behind the scenes work today. Not with these guys, but I'm making sure I have my T's crossed and my I's dotted so that I can come back and just blow everybody away by the information that I have. Yeah, I'm definitely nerd crushing hard for sure. Who wouldn't going on DutyRon? I'm a little channel, and look at that. I'm up there with these guys. Absolutely love them. All right, let's keep going.
In the room with me, so I'm gonna let you run. Jay,
all right, folks.
I heard YouTube channel. I'm gonna link it in the description. Most of you guys already subscribed, but if you're not, go and check out her content, because she's doing great stuff on there. And keep on doing what you're doing. And anytime you have any questions, you can. Once I give you my contact information, go and ask me.
Absolutely.
Same here.
Yep.
All right, Ed. Nice meeting you. Thank you, DutyRon. I'll just call you Ron. I'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you,
Ron and Ed. Have a good one. Take care.
All right. Take care. There she goes, Jay. What an awesome advocate for justice. Like, and all of her streams, when I go and look at them, I looked at a handful of them. Every one of the streams, it says justice from Madeline Soto, and she's there to bring the truths out as best as she knows. And she's
Yeah, let's watch this a little more, and then we'll jump around and watch some other things. When will Jennifer be arrested? That's exactly what we're talking about today. But I also wanted to share with my audience that we're going to get justice for Maddie, for other children, for Summer Wells, we're seeking justice. I'm not saying we're going to get it, but by keeping the names out there and digging into parents that we think should be arrested or the justice system that's broken. I know that sounds far-fetched, but I promise you that there's laws that are coming, and they're coming to change because of Madeline Soto. That was one thing I was working on today, was researching Florida laws. So I just want you to know that I need to know all of my stuff, all my shit, so that I can have intelligent conversations and understand the Florida laws and what's going on. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. All right, let's finish this, and then we'll probably jump back in so we can hear their opinions, but I have more to show. So let's finish this and hear what they have to say.
She's not somebody, from what I see, that's going to try to spill the beans and give out information that would be sensitive to the case. And that's what I like about her, is that she holds back on some of the sensitive information, just like we would encourage people to do. And when New Jersey Robin came on and talked about Gray Hughes, and like, our channel's not made up of interviewing potential witnesses and people who have information. I've actually told several people, and Ed, you did it too. No, we're not you can't come on here. Your case is active. You can't come and talk. And we refer them to either the victim's advocate or the district attorney's office. And that's how it's supposed to be done, you know? Anyways, Ed, thank you for being here. And again, when you come home, there's going to be a huge celebration, fireworks display, everything. Ed back on U.S. soil. Everyone's going to be happy
so awesome
to have you back here. But thank you for hanging out with us for an hour and 14 minutes here. And I want to say, on behalf of Crime Time with DutyRon and Ed Wallace, we send strength, prayers, and positive vibes to all of the victims and their family.
Right. And we appreciate you. So now I'll come back on here in a bit. So quickly, y'all, I'm glad I'm here with you, everybody. And I got my, everything. I got everything straight on here. My volume was all messed up. My mic, it was coming out of the wrong areas. So I'm here. Sorry about that. That was probably loud. All right. Technical difficulties today, folks. So we're giving away not going to work if I have the hiccups. We're giving away a book signed. We want to give away more. I purchased 10 of them. I'm sorry about that. The 10 books that I purchased, I'm also going to sell. You can buy them from me directly. So instead of having to purchase them and ship them to me, you could purchase one from me. I'll sign it and send it over to you. Hello, Crime Time Grime. Crime Time Grime. Do you have a show? Anyway, you could drop your link in there if you do. All right. So did everybody understand how to enter the drawing for the book? Jay and her true crime family are not forgetting Maddie. Absolutely not. All right. On to the next. I'm going to play a little bit of, I'm going to play another clip because I want you guys to see why we think Jennifer Soto should be arrested already, but they're taking their time because they need to look into it. It took Stephan Sterns, a month to get arrested, and we knew we had most of the pieces and we had all the video evidence, folks. So that being said, hit that like button. There was 600 people. There's 579. If you could hit that like button, that'd be great. Let me play another clip here, not from DutyRon, but I want to play this. This is the Madeline Soto Memorial. We have all forgotten about it. It seems a lot of people didn't even get to see it. And I want to download the video and share it with you guys at some point because I think a lot of people missed it because I wasn't in the algorithm. So let's talk about her memorial. And you can see some of the images that we have going on. All right. And people that were there. Watch out for the people that were there.
With remembering Maddie Soto, a church packed with people paying their respects. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marlisa Goldsmith.
And I'm Luann Sorrell. The memorial taking place in Osceola County. Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie is live there tonight. So, Hannah, was Maddie's family in attendance?
Well, Luann, behind me now, an empty lot, but earlier that was packed, and church officials say they did get the blessing from Soto's family to have this event tonight, but we do not believe they were in attendance here. As the community continues to mourn Maddie Soto's loss, they're also asking for her justice.
Did you hear that, folks? Some of the family wasn't there, and you know the family that wasn't there? Jennifer Soto. Jennifer Soto wasn't there. What's up, D? D's a new member. How you doing, everybody? I might have missed some. Actually, I did. The super sticker. This is the most important case of 2024. I don't want to agree with that only because all the missing children are, but we're going to bring those to light. I think this is the biggest case of 2024, folks. So thank you, JoJo. Earlier, I thanked the White Tawana, gifted 10 memberships. All right. And then I'm Mom, that's why. Exactly. Again, JoJo, and then D, a new member. So thank you all. I hope somebody that wants the book really bad wins it. And then also you can go to me directly and buy a book and I'll sign it for you and ship it out. Okay. All right. Let's listen to this and pay attention who wasn't at the memorial.
There are times where words just feel so inadequate. And sometimes our tears are all that we have.
Okay, so we didn't see, I'm sorry, this is this isn't the vigil. This is Madeline's memorial. Remember, she got cremated. So people did this for her and her mom wasn't there.
A service of hope and healing held Wednesday night at Peace Church Orlando in memory of Maddie Soto, some of her Hunters Creek classmates in attendance.
She was a sweet girl and she did not deserve this.
Soto's disappearance turned murder, hitting some of the community's youngest members hard.
There's still going to be a hole in people's hearts, but it might close it a bit more just if there's justice.
Stephan Sterns, Soto's mother's boyfriend, named prime suspect in her disappearance, but not yet charged in her death. A crime scene photo seemingly showing Soto's body in a wooded area in St. Cloud, later posted to Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez's Instagram account.
How do you post a crime scene photo on Instagram? It was just totally unbelievable.
Belvin Perry Jr., former chief judge for the 9th Judicial Circuit, says this leak could have numerous legal repercussions.
Number one, there's the possibility of a third-degree felony charge. Number two, depending on the circumstances and some of the effects upon the family, i.e. the mother, there's the possibility of a civil suit.
Do you think, in your professional opinion, this could have evidentiary impact moving forward on Madeline Soto's case?
There's going to be questions raised about the integrity of the evidence and chain of custody. I hope that they will.
I bet a lot of you folks didn't see this. I didn't see the singing portion of it. This is absolutely, it was beautiful. I wish I could have been there. If anyone was there, let me know in chat. She knows she's guilty. Guilty knowledge, folks. Guilty knowledge. All I can say is say a prayer for Maddie that she gets full and complete justice. That's why we're here. That's why we're all working. We don't get a lot of sleep, folks. A lot of us are doing a lot of different things behind the scenes, and I'm not even an advocate. I advocate for Maddie to get justice, but I'm not an advocate. There's two different things about that. I'm a content creator, and I'm the voice for those who don't have voices.
They would dot every I and cross every T, because with this gaffe, the defense will look for other things that they may have mishandled.
The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is now investigating. We reached out to FDLE for more information other than to confirm they are investigating the incident. They declined to give additional details. Live in Kissimmee, Hannah McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
All right, so she says Kissimmee. I guess that's how you say it. That noise. Okay, so I'm gonna play just a couple minutes of this since we already have it on here. It's they labeled it "Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire," which is pretty funny. And it talks about will Madeline Soto's mom, Jennifer Soto, get charged. So there's just a little clip of it in here. Let's listen to here. As you can hear, my voice is not all the way there.
I want to take a look at, and I want to begin with an accidental release that happened. And this was a little bit disturbing, surprising, and not welcomed, I don't think, by the public in what happened here. It involves a crime scene photo. This is from reporting from Fox 35, a statement made by the sheriff. And this is what the sheriff said. A post was made on social media about a community event for seniors. In the post, an investigative photo was accidentally included. The photo was immediately removed. We deeply apologize for any confusion or disturbance this may have caused. And that comes from the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. So what exactly was released here accidentally? Well, there's another post I want you to take a look at. This came from, I guess, a political opponent of that sheriff, the former sheriff who's running again, former Osceola County Sheriff Russ Gibson posted this on Facebook. The second photograph that I received was an Instagram post made by Marcos Lopez himself. This photograph was taken at an active crime scene where Madeline's body was recovered, and it was indeed a picture of Madeline's lifeless body. This is 100% unacceptable and 100% shameful and disrespectful to Madeline, her family, and friends. So, a picture from the crime scene.
Now, I want you to know justice is hard to get all the time, especially when politics start coming in. And if you just heard that accidental release and then they're trying to come in from a political stance, we really just want to hashtag arrest Jenn Soto, folks. Jenn is guilty of crime. It's innocent until proven guilty. Again, all of our comments that we say are for entertainment purposes only, and they're alleged. But yes, what you're saying is absolutely right. But justice is not the justice that we wish it was, and we need to make a change. And that's what we're going to be talking about over the next episode. Even with DutyRon, I want to talk to him about justice and how it works in Florida.
Posted accidentally of Madeline's lifeless body at the scene. All those types of images aren't allowed to be publicly disseminated in the state of Florida. And obviously, there are issues on how it could impact family, friends, and others. Ultimately, I don't think it will impact any trial or investigation. Then another post, or the same post, the sheriff continued, the first photo is a selfie of an Osceola Sheriff's Office civilian, Nerva La Sharifa Rodriguez, and the main suspect of the murder of Miss Madeline Soto as he's coming out of a building handcuffed. To post this photo for her own personal gain and notoriety is unacceptable and shameful. So here's what the former sheriff is talking about here. This was a selfie that was posted to Facebook. Although the post has since been deleted, that image was posted. And on it, you can see the suspect in the background coming out, and then a selfie taken by a civilian working in the sheriff's office. Not in great taste, not in great taste at all. And sort of unfortunate parts of what has transpired in this investigation so far.
Could you imagine if this was your daughter and you saw some lady that was working in the office, the police department office, taking a selfie of herself with this monster just to get likes and subscribe or whatever she gets, just likes on social media? I would be absolutely livid, and I would go to that office and tell that lady in person how I felt about her. I would be livid. And then the leak, I'm surprised some of you folks didn't hear about the leak that happened with Madeline Soto as she passed. The officer accidentally, or the sheriff accidentally, took a picture of her passed away and posted it onto a social media post. Yeah, so creepy. That's creepy if that's what you're talking about. I would be pissed too. Unbelievable. Does it sound like Abby and Libby to you? This is the leaked photos. It's just not it's not okay how they're handling this. And it's not okay how they're handling laws in Florida, period, folks, because why did nobody catch this?
Far. But that man, Stephan Sterns, let's talk about him. And a lot of chatter and talk. Was this guy a Disney employee? Did he work for Disney? Now, if you go to his Facebook page, it's pretty clear. He posts up there that he was, in fact, a cast member at Walt Disney World. And for those of you not familiar with what a cast member at Walt Disney World is, that's someone who works there. You don't have to be one of the characters wearing the costume. You just have to work at Disney, and you're considered a cast member. So based upon that, a lot of folks are a little worried based upon the allegations he's facing now for those photographs on his cell phone that he was arrested for, sexual abuse. We believe that victim in those photos is Madeline, but working at Disney. So here's what the Orange Observer is reporting about whether or not he works at Disney. And despite information on the Facebook profile belonging to Stephan Sterns, the man arrested February 28th in the case of missing 13-year-old Madeline Soto was not a Disney cast member, officials confirmed.
I'm muted, I know. If they lie about Jennifer Soto living or working there, I'm going to be super pissed off because we know Jenn Soto worked at Disney, folks. Okay? It was confirmed by her ex-roommate and other people that she worked there. I'm good now. It's one of those days, everybody. But I'm here. So, all right. Let's see what I don't want to listen to this whole one because we've heard it before, but I wanted to talk about Jennifer Soto. Let's show a little bit of Jennifer Soto here and what they have to say because I want you to know that she should already be arrested. That's how I feel. That's how a lot of people feel, and that's what we're talking about today is should she be charged with murder? Why? And what else should she be charged with? All right, let's hit the play button, and then I have more things for you.
That for him.
Well, let's do this. Let's do this. Madeline's mother also spoke to WFTV Orlando during that same interview. Let's watch that together.
I feel like I can't breathe. All I keep thinking about is, where is she? Is she safe? Is she okay? But we're all a wreck. My entire family is a mess. We're just so worried. We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way.
Tell me, folks, do you think that's verbal leakage when she says, I feel like I can't breathe? Do you feel like maybe, because we don't know that it was blunt force trauma. We don't know what the COD is or any of that. Do you feel like there's verbal leakage at all? Let me know in chat if you do. When she says, I feel like I can't breathe. This just happened. This was like 24 hours and it's so final. Like she's talking about it like Maddie's never coming back, which is really interesting because how would she know that, everybody, if she was just oblivious and didn't know?
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share. Spotted walking by the church, by the middle school on the cameras. They saw her hang out in the parking lot for a little bit and then get up and leave. They didn't see a vehicle or anything else. They just saw her walk away around 9 a.m. heading towards the school, but she never made it. In my heart, I feel like somebody took her. This isn't like her to just pick up and run away or just not go to school. I don't know what to think. We're desperate for any answers, anything that you could do to help.
Look at her face. Look at her body mannerism. Cheryl thinks she was just as kinky, and that's why she was hiding it. I believe she was just as kinky. I don't think that she didn't know about any of that. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know, and that has nothing to do with your sexuality, but her sexuality, the more it comes out and the more accounts I see Sterns tied to, the more I think that she was into some more kinky stuff than we think. Yeah, furry kinks. And I don't care about kinky, just don't involve a child. That's all I care about. Look at her body language. Listen to this for a little more. Again, why should we arrest Jennifer Soto?
I'm here for it. Just please, if you see my daughter, just please bring her home. I just hope you're okay, Maddie. I hope you're safe. I hope you're not hurt. I just hope she's okay.
Okay.
She definitely didn't see her that morning, folks. So what is she talking about? What does she know? What do you think she knows? We're going to listen to this part, what the expert thinks, and then we're going to go to the I want you to hear the press conference again when Stephan was arrested for premeditated. I think that they originally did premeditated. So let's listen to that and hear what they say. And they haven't ruled out Jennifer Soto, obviously. So that was a month ago. Let's see how long it takes for them to arrest Jennifer Soto from the time he was arrested.
Hey, Susan, your thoughts here on Mom?
Well, first of all, she's in fight or flight. You see her really shaking. This is not your typical nervousness. This is a shivering. Oftentimes you see that when somebody's really in trouble, right? You see them shaking like, they're very, very nervous. That's really more of a nervous. You see her looking up a lot, which we call the three-corner white, but from the bottom. She's searching for answers. There's pauses in between her thoughts. She kind of loses her thought. She's then asking the interviewer about what she should say or what she shouldn't say, or maybe I shouldn't say it. That's really odd because that would almost imply that she was talking to an attorney or something that.
Agreed. And she had the same story, but I want to dispel the rumor if it's a rumor or let me know if it's true. Does she really have Jose Baez? Jess, you usually are a credible source and credible person. Can you send a link so I can see that Jose Baez is actually her attorney? Because I feel like it's a rumor right now and I don't want to spread that here. Nothing against you. I just want to know if he is or he isn't.
She was kind of prohibited in saying something. The other thing is again, remember she saw her going across the street. We dropped her off. I think that she did, but it wasn't that day. And this is what liars do. And Casey Anthony was really good at this. She would play out things in her mind that had happened, occurred before, or that she visualized it, somebody else doing it, but putting herself in that situation. So I am telling you right now, Vinny, and I will bet my career on it, the mother's involved. She's covering it up for the boyfriend. I don't think she had anything to do with it, but I think there was a high conflict between her and that birthday party. When you look at the language, and there was a conflict between the mother and the daughter. I even asked Fox 35, I said, hey, what's going on with this relationship with mother-daughter? There's a high conflict. Why? Because early on, you could listen to her tone. There's a lot of videos. She was agitation, almost some anger that I could hear in the back of her voice. So the other thing is there's no tears, there's no sadness, there's no remorse. And I have to ask you a question, Vinny, and any of your viewers out there. Did you feel any emotion there?
No.
There you go.
We didn't. Mm-hmm. We didn't. And I hate. And again, no one's been charged at all in what has happened to her. We only know about the charges relative to the cell phone. The investigation continues, but it's a big part of the investigation. What was going on in the house? What's going on with the relationships? All significant stuff. Susan, always great to have you on the show. We appreciate your time and your incredible insight.
All right, so that was really good insight. I'm glad we're talking about that. Should Jen hire an attorney? I want to know now. She does have an attorney. Let's pull this down because I don't want to talk about this anymore until I actually know. And yes, I'm going to give me some vitamin C after this. I might take the day off tomorrow if my voice is still like this and I'm still feeling, if I'm still feeling like I need rest. Okay. So someone tell me or send me an email. Honey, I just have to take vitamin C and stuff. And I might need a couple days, folks. All right. Let's play this. So listen closely, please. All right. And we'll find out if someone called him Juan Jose Baez is going to be her attorney. Listen up, please.
Just a little bit, sorry.
Also, there's 704 people in chat. If you guys can do me a favor and just hit that like button, please. I do need to get. So I'm sorry about my voice. I need to get vitamin C and some cough drops after, but if you could hit that like button, that would be great. And it's going to help me get in the algorithm and collaborate with people so I have more outreach. All right.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today, the Kissimmee Police Chief and myself are here to provide an update on the death investigation on 13-year-old Madeline Soto, who was reported missing back on February 26th of this year and discovered dead 4 days later. I know the community and the media have been anxious for us to give an update on this case, and this is an opportunity for us to do that. For the last 7 weeks, 7.5 weeks actually, the Kissimmee Police Department and my office have been working closely to go over every piece of evidence that we could gather in this case. It was a voluminous and a lot of evidence to get through during that time, but we were successful in getting through it and making sure that we were able to provide the best case we could. Today, we're announcing that Stephan Sterns has been indicted by the grand jury on first-degree murder for the killing of Madeline Soto. We presented the case to the grand jury. They returned an indictment earlier today. There has been some questions as related to the length of investigation. I just want to let you know again that my office and the Kissimmee Police Department have been working vigilantly in making sure that we had every opportunity to get every piece of evidence that we could. I want to thank the Kissimmee Police Department and their tireless efforts. They've done an amazing job in the heavy lift that we've asked them to do, as well as the prosecutors that have been assigned to this case and making sure that we got every piece of evidence reviewed and gathered in this case. While death investigations usually take around 5 to 6 weeks or longer, we were able to get this one done relatively quickly and get the case to the front of the grand jury, like I said earlier today, to return the indictment against Mr. Stephan Sterns. The death penalty in this case, we have not decided to what decision we're going to make in that case. We're going to continue those discussions going forward, and we'll let you know again when we make that decision as to whether we're going to seek the death penalty in this case. I want to thank the grand jury for their hard work and their efforts in making sure that we're making this first step in seeking justice for Madeline Soto, for her family, and so the community can have closure in this case. The defendant will appear at initial appearances, I believe probably the next day or two. Then the case will proceed down its normal path, and we'll try to keep you abreast of how the case.
So now Stephan Sterns was officially charged with murder, and that's what it says up top. That's a press conference for it. They haven't ruled anybody out. Philly girl, you say attorney for what? Well, Jennifer Soto needs an attorney no matter what. She handed Maddie to the monster and turned a blind eye. So she definitely needs an attorney no matter which way you look at it. Yeah. 721, everybody hit that like. I'm not sure what you mean for what. We're talking about if Jennifer Soto should be charged with anything. And so let's hear if there's any verbal leakage here when they talk about anybody else being involved, whatever.
Case is moving, as well as you probably ask us questions to make sure that we are providing that proper information to keep you abreast of how the case is going down the normal path of the criminal justice system. I'd like now to introduce Chief of Police Betty Holland, and for her to provide comment.
Thank you, State Attorney Mr. Bain. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank the investigators and the other agencies that assisted us in uncovering the evidence to move forward with this case. We know this case has gained significant public attention because Madeline had just celebrated her 13th birthday and was just a child. The evidence shows an individual that was entrusted to keep Madeline safe made calculated moves to dispose Madeline's belongings and place her body in a wooded area before she was ever reported missing. For the 4 days following her disappearance, the entire community was actively looking to find Madeline safe and alive. Tragically, on March 1st, Madeline's remains were found. Our detectives have worked tirelessly to piece together the events leading up to Madeline's disappearance and death. With the collaboration of the state's attorney's office, we prepared the case for the grand jury that was heard today. The grand jury determined that our department secured enough evidence to obtain a first-degree murder indictment. We appreciate each grand jury member for their careful consideration. We want to thank the diligent work of the state's attorney's office, the medical examiner's office, and our other law enforcement partners who assisted with this investigation. Your expertise and dedication were instrumental in uncovering the truth. The indictment signifies a crucial step forward in our quest for justice and a testament to our commitment to honoring Madeline's memory. We will now take questions. Right, I'm going to defer to the state's attorney.
Good afternoon. Although an indictment has been returned this afternoon, it is still an open and ongoing criminal investigation. So much of this information cannot be disclosed until Mr. Sterns' attorney, if he does so, elects to participate in discovery, and then all of you in the media know how to go about seeking information through public records.
Right. Perfect.
Not that we've uncovered. State attorney?
Again, all questions about the facts of the case are not subject to disclosure because of public record.
Everybody keeps asking if there's going to be any other arrests. What about Jen? Everybody's asking the same question, and she has to defer it to them because she wants to answer it properly, and she knows more information than we do, and she doesn't want to leak that out, folks. And I understand why. So we don't exactly know what it is. Everybody, they didn't state that it was they didn't state it was blunt force trauma. That's a rumor, and I kind of wish it wouldn't have came over from a credible source, but we don't know yet. We're not sure. Let's finish playing this, and I want to show you a interesting post from today. Somebody that knew Jenn Soto as well.
Laws at this time. Once his attorney participates in discovery, then you can make public records requests through your normal channels as you do in other cases. At this time, the only person being charged is Stephan Sterns. And again, this is not over. There is an ongoing investigation to uncover more evidence, and therefore we can't comment. There's going to be the same response on any question about the facts of the case. Through the facts of the case.
So with any death case that is reviewed by my office, when it's determined to be a homicide, we have to look at the statutory aggravating factors that are laid out in our Florida law. Once we've determined that we have sufficient evidence to prove those factors to the proper evidentiary standard, then we had to have to talk about whether this is a death penalty case. And that's a discussion that we're still going to be having for the next couple of weeks to make sure that we're making a legal decision that's appropriate in this case. I'll leave that for Mr. Will.
Cannot comment on whether Mr. Sterns has been doing anything. He has counsel. And as far as plea offers, no, there are no plea offers made on the open case.
Yes.
You can address that question with the indictment that should be on the clerk's website if it's not already.
Is somebody actually really trolling here for Madeline Soto case? One of the most sensitive cases of the year, folks. We don't want to re-victimize Maddie or her family, so please don't troll in here in this chat, especially for this topic. If we were talking about Gypsy Rose or something, you can troll away, but don't do that with Madeline Soto, please. All right, let's finish this, and then I want to show you that Reddit post from a roommate, or not a roommate, maybe it was her college roommate. I just want you to see what people say about her. You heard about what the ex-roommate said about her. So let's finish this up. This officer does not want to leak any information, and she knows more.
I'm going to have to defer to the state's attorney.
Again, any question about the facts of the case, it's going to be the same answer. Once his attorney participates in discovery, the public records laws change, and you all will be able to get a lot of that information. As far as the 60 counts that are already filed against Mr. Sterns, that is solely involving Mr. Sterns as a defendant. Not to those 60 charges.
Everybody wants a piece. They want to know.
It's an ongoing investigation. Can't comment on who's working with us.
Okay. This will be the last question. I'll let you get that in. What was it?
It's facts of the case. Can't comment on it.
So thank you all so much for coming out today. If you need this.
All right. So people are asking if she was in the house. They want more information. Philly, you might know more than we do about this case. You say you're sick of people thinking she's getting arrested when she's not. I mean, more people think she is than not. So if you have inside information, by all means, let us know. I mean, look at this article from when it's Fox 35 Orlando. And you can see here that in big headlines, it says, could Madeline Soto's mother, Jenn Soto, be charged for murder post-Stephan Sterns indictment? Now, this was right after, okay, he was charged. And so it's not just us saying that or people saying that. So, yeah, I want to know if you know something. We definitely want to know, too, what you have to say or what's behind the scenes. Why are you taking it so personal? Maybe she does know Jenn. That would be awesome if she knows Jenn and we can hear her side. But in this article, it's asking, it says Stephan Sterns, the boyfriend of Madeline Soto, Madeline Soto's mother, Jenn Soto, it says was charged. He was charged on Wednesday. As of Wednesday, Sterns is the only person charged in the 13-year-old's death, whose body was found nearly 2 months ago. So it took them 2 months to get him charged, okay? So if it took that long, they have to figure out what's going on with her. We're not the only ones asking it. Okay, so if you know something, please tell us. The investigation's open, ongoing. However, more charges could be forthcoming, and this is from the state attorney, Andrew Bain, and police Chief Betty Holland and Homicide Unit Chief will stay during a joint. They did the press conference. So Jay was asked what the status of the investigation is related to Jennifer Soto. And he said the only person being charged is Stephan Sterns this time. He's facing charge of first-degree murder. This is not over, in quotes. There's an ongoing investigation to uncover more evidence. And then Jay said, adding the state's attorney office cannot share more facts. All right. So back here, there's another video that you can see that seems a bit incriminating when he got arrested. Stephan Sterns got arrested and she didn't, when she was right there giving the same story. So Patricia says Jenn is guilty, just saying. So I want to know what you know. Absolutely. Let's see what they say here.
Host can't miss
I'll
town
lower
halls and
this while we
trainings
do
with
that,
Vimeo
folks. Yeah,
venues.
if you got
Now
something to
is
say, please.
Our live team coverage continues now with Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie.
And Hannah, you spoke with a member of the Soto family today. What did they have to say?
Well, John Luann, just before our newscast, I spoke with Maddie Soto's aunt, Stephanie Soto. She tells me the family was told about Stephan Sterns' murder charge just a few hours before it was publicly announced. She says this is all extremely difficult, and the hardest part is the waiting, having no real closure or answers as to why this happened. Stephanie Soto also gave us this statement. It reads in part, quote, "The Soto family continues to mourn the devastating loss of Maddie. We trust that the prosecutors and detectives are working diligently to bring justice for Maddie." Now, I also reached out to Maddie's mother, Jenn. The phone number I have for her, though, has since been disconnected. So this is video from the first time I spoke with Jenn Soto. This was taken back on February 27th.
All right, so listen to what they're talking about and understand why people think she might get arrested, okay? Just understand that. And if you have any information that you want to tell us why you think she's not getting arrested, we'd like to know. I'll stop talking about it on my channel if you know something that we don't.
The day after Maddie was reported missing to law enforcement. You can see that man circled in the background there. That is Stephan Sterns. His behavior during our interview actually prompted us to reach out to a body language expert who broke down his mannerisms. That expert pointed out his fidgeting and knuckle cracking, saying those were signs of deception. This interview happened just one day before Sterns was arrested and named prime suspect in Maddie's disappearance. Now that he is charged with her murder, we also reached out to Maddie's father and stepmother to see how they're coping with this newest development. We got a
I wish we would get the whole video of them, folks. So if Jenn is innocent, why is she hiding? Because she's being investigated, most likely. There's a lot of reasons she's hiding. I know a lot of people they do want to hurt her, and that's not okay. Let justice take its place. But I just want to know, I get these in chat every so often, people saying that she's not going to be arrested, she's going to be a state witness, and she didn't do anything. Thank you. Yeah, I will do that. All right, let's play this. Yeah, I might have to take the day off tomorrow, folks.
A statement on behalf of Tyler and Tatiana Wallace. It reads, quote, "They are heartbroken by the tragic loss of their daughter. Maddie's passing has left them shattered, but their resolve for justice remains unwavering." Now today, during the press conference, we heard the state attorney commenting about the length of time this investigation has taken. He says that's because they've been combing through every piece of evidence in order to get together the best case possible. And that case was heard by the grand jury, and they returned their indictment for first-degree murder against Sterns today. Of course, we will be following this developing story, guys.
All right, so much to keep up with. Thank you, Hannah.
All right, so that is why we think she's going to be arrested. I want to share this post. Actually, people are asking if I have allergies. I might be getting a cold, folks. I just moved back into my house, but this is not about me. We had problems at our house. We have asbestos, so maybe just reacclimating to the house and the it's allergy season. All right. Let me share this post with you. And don't forget, we're giving away, well, we gave away a lot of memberships. We're giving away another one. Thank you, Jojo. We gave away 10 earlier. When I say we, one of the crime crew. There's a ton. Jojo gave away 5. She gave away another one. So there's a lot going on, and we're giving away books tonight, folks. The book is a book that I wrote. So yeah, the house isn't helping me at all, folks. So, all right, let's read this. Don't forget to enter to win a book, and I'll go ahead and ship it off to you. I'll sign it and ship it to you. Okay, so this says, "I knew Jenn in college." All right, let me make it a little bigger, then you could read it if you want. Fancy Hairbrush says, "I knew Jenn in college. My best friend was roommates with her freshman year in college. We lived in the same dorm, so I interacted with her for 6 months. I stayed there. This was at FIU in Miami, 2006. She was nice, but something was off. She gave off a desperate vibe. I'm pretty sure she was with Madeline's father from high school, and he would visit from Orlando. I'm not 100% sure, but he looks familiar. She also talked about their freaky sex life very openly and a lot to my roommate, to the point where it was uncomfortable. I used to be friends with her on Facebook and remember posts about Madeline when she was little. It was so shocking to see Jenn's picture on the news and with such a sad headline. I feel so horrible for what Madeline lived with for so many years and think about her daily now. When I read about their relationship, I have to say, with the vibes I got from her in a very short time I was around her, I'm not surprised she would end up with someone who could have manipulated her. I think she should." And I don't know what it says down there. I didn't see the whole post. But do you see what's happening here, folks? A lot of people are saying a lot of things about Jenn, and I'd like somebody to come up with another narrative. I'm open for all sides. So if you have something, that would be great. How would it be if Jenn was on here, a friend listening? That's a good possibility. There's 800 people in chat right now, so there could absolutely be somebody from Jenn's family. We just did Christopher Greger and justice for Corey Michelow, and Bree Michelo's mom was in chat the other day. So it's not a far stretch. Now there's 810 people in here. Sign up to win a book, everybody. And Bree, if you can tell me, are we doing that? Are we gonna announce the winners after this, or are we gonna, what are we doing? Can you come on and let me know real quick? Are you there, Bree?
I'm here.
Okay, let me know how we're gonna do this while I look for the next video.
All right. So there's still people that are entering. There's
Okay.
lots of people. I'm watching as we are going. We have 62 entries right now, and there's still people in chat asking how to enter. So I'm still, watching people enter. So I don't know when you want to call it, quits and put the deadline on it and say we're done and then we're gonna spin, or it's up to you.
Okay. Wait, I'll give you guys a few more minutes. Let's do a couple more minutes here and then we'll stop. We'll do a spin and then we'll announce everybody that won. How to enter. That's why I wanted to. So missing piece, Jax. Can we throw that back up on there? Or just, it's actually going to be in chat. There's a link in chat. If Bree can put that back up, I think Bree's the one that has it. You'll win a free signed copy of my book. And then please only enter once. I'll give you guys a few minutes while I'm playing. I have another clip here, and then we'll let you guys know who the winners are. Now it's up to Bree how many we're going to give away with. I thought 3, but since we have 800, we just had 815. Now we have 801 in chat. I can give 5 books away. If you're out of the country, it's going to be a little difficult for me to ship, but you'll just have to pay shipping charges. Okay. So I'm trying to find my link here, and I'm having trouble finding it because I have so many freaking emails. It's crazy. All right. So what do we got? So I got links for the giveaway. Do you want to put that back up so I can show people so they're not taken off? We had 800 people in chat, but now I have this. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to play this clip.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, did you want to see the spin wheel now as it is, or?
Yeah, I have one more and then I'll do it. It's the liar, liar, pants on fire that we call Jenn. And this is coming from Court TV and lots of credible people. So I don't feel bad saying that I think Jenn's lying allegedly, and I think that she should be arrested for many crimes.
This program, we're all about getting you all ready for what's ahead in the court day. I describe the show kind of morning time. We get all warmed up together. So why don't you go ahead and grab that cup of coffee right now, because it's time for my opening statement. Who murdered Madeline Soto? Was it that filthy creep, Stephan Sterns? The defendant accused of a slew of child abuse crimes that was dating Madeline's mother. Was it him? Was it Sterns, the man police say had child pornography on his phone? Was it the man police say had been sexually abusing 13-year-old Madeline since she was 11? And if so, if it was him, how did he kill her? My friends, we may not have to wait long for those answers, because today at 2 p.m., the police in Kissimmee, Florida will be holding a press conference to announce an update to everyone who wants to see justice for beautiful Madeline. And I'll tell you what I'm hoping gets announced at the press conference. Based on the case evidence that I've seen, I'm hoping that sicko Sterns gets hit with homicide charges today. And I'm hoping that the indictment was done by a grand jury presentment so that prosecutors have the ability to pursue capital punishment if they're convinced that he was the one who murdered Madeline. I'm also hoping, based on the evidence that I've seen so far, that mom, Jennifer Soto, gets hit with some charges too. Watching her interviews, my blood is boiling. This lady had a duty not only to protect her child, but also to be truthful when police spoke to her after her daughter suddenly vanished. I say pants on fire, Jennifer Soto. I wonder if police have found evidence of a cover-up with her. Her stories are inconsistent. They don't make sense. The details about not dropping Madeline off exactly at the school, but instead by the church next to the school. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. She said, we dropped her off. And then she also said that her filthy creep boyfriend Sterns was the one who dropped Madeline off alone. But police say the drop-off never happened because Madeline was already dead. So where did the homicide happen? Did it happen in the house? Did it happen behind closed doors where police say the sex abuse happened? That precious child deserved to live. And if her own mother knew what police say was going on with the sexual abuse being carried out by her boyfriend, Sicko Sterns, and did nothing to stop it, then Jennifer Soto has blood on her hands too. That's my opening statement. As you can see, I'm fired up on this Thursday morning. Let me know if you like it. Right now, my friends, I want to give you what's on your daily docket.
Were you aware of any connection that the defendant had with Dean and Christine?
All right, folks, she must be a mom because she was definitely fired up. It was good to see her fired up. And for the people that don't think Jen's going to get arrested, kudos to you for being a good friend. I'm glad that you're standing by her. If you're a family member, good for you. I'm glad that you, again, are standing up for her. You must know something we don't. So, Bree, let's throw up that will. I'm trying to pin the book in chat, the link to the book, but it's just like flying by. So right when I try to do it, I can't. All right, there it is. I pinned my book up in chat. Let's show the will. And yeah, if you can zoom in on that at all, that would be cool. So this will has your information in there, folks. We're going to spin it and you're going to win a book. I'm glad I'm not muted right now. Okay, let's go. How do we do this? It's your show.
So you're wanting to do how many of them?
We could do half. I got 10 of them on the way, so let's give away 5 books today. I'll sign them and ship them to you. Thank you, not the mama, for the super sticker. All right, that's awesome.
First one.
All right, so at Danny Era, or yeah, I'm gonna say Danny. You're the first winner there. So if you won that, should they email me or how's that gonna work?
I have their email addresses and we'll keep a list on the side and then I will give you their email addresses so that you can reach out to them or they can email you either way.
Awesome. All right, guys, hit that like button. We're giving away another book right now. Thank you. I want that. Woo! I need that. Okay, so Clue season just one.
This is
book number 2. Diana L. Yay. Congratulations. All right, book number 4. Stacy. All right, so we got what is that? Seakin, Ireland. All right, last one, guys, ladies, people. What's up? Of course. JLR won. JLRC. Yeah, congratulations, everybody. Congratulations to you. I hope you enjoy the book, Bree. We appreciate you doing this. This is awesome. I couldn't figure this out today. My mind is a little cloudy. So congratulations, it's a Clue season. Yay. Thank you. Well, thank you for entering. We appreciate you. Congratulations to all the winners and thank everybody for being here. It was a huge day today. Wow. DutyRon has a huge fan base, doesn't he? Him and Ed. All right, so we're all done with that. I think on that note, I'm going to go get me some honey and tea and probably get some soup tonight. So everybody, if you have any last questions, I'd love to answer them. Danny Era, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for you won. You're one of the people that won. Awesome. You're amazing. Thank you guys all. You're so great. I appreciate all of you. You didn't make the will. All right. Anybody have any last questions? And then we'll get going. Thank you. I do need to get sleep and rest. Thank you so much. I am. I have like a chest congestion. All right, y'all. That's it then. No questions. Bree, you have anything to say? If not, then we'll be out of here. No?
No, I look forward to future giveaways. I look forward to doing more behind the scenes stuff and bringing some great things to the channel and to the crime crew. And that's pretty much it. You got to go get some rest and go and get yourself feeling better. And it was a
Yes.
great night tonight. And I'm glad that we had so many people. It was a great show. And I'm looking forward to another great show with you guys.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much for all that you do. You as well. Carly's over here. Where are you? Get on stage. You're late. She even texted my wife too. It was like a double text. It's pretty funny. All right, y'all. I love each and every single one of you. On that note, I'll see you soon. Have a good night and love you all.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?